Hello everybody, Caden here today with an episode of Wildlife Park, and today we are back to build one of what will, I'm guessing, be two tiger exhibits. As we technically have two tigers to use, because we have we have a ZAWA one and we have a Mo Creatures one, which is, I believe, the one we're putting in today, the Mo Creatures tiger. So I guess technically then we're gonna have a Bengal tiger and a Siberian tiger. I guess if that's how I end up wanting to do that, which would be pretty cool, I think, overall. But yeah, I decided to go through with the idea I came up with the last episode, which was basically to kind of combine the black bears and the two tiger exhibits together in a way, or kind of like have them be three exhibits along one pathway sharing a rock wall and stuff like that. And I think that's gonna look really cool when it's finished. It should be pretty interesting. A bit different than stuff we usually do with the zoo. But yeah. As you can see, I used a lot of world edit this time, which I think was a really good idea. It made it a lot easier to terraform this. I'm doing a similar shape to what we did with the bears, just because, to be honest, I think that shape worked quite well. That kind of like sloping idea to kind of keep the animals from getting out and stuff like that. You'll also see from last episode, I did add some bamboo to the black bear exhibit. Because I forgot, we have Biomes aplenty, and we have a lot of trees that I love from that mod. So I did add in a bunch of different trees this time. I don't think we put any spruce trees in the tiger exhibit. But yeah, I really like how this tiger exhibit ended up looking. It's very colorful, and I quite enjoyed how that turned out. I did realize it's kind of funny to me. Like we built such a grand exhibit for the snow leopards, and this tiger exhibit, I mean, it's not like it's like terrible or anything. I quite like how it looks, but it's not like, you know, this grand like palace or anything like, you know, you'd expect me to do for the tigers, which I think is a bit funny. But I also kind of am saving those kind of plans, I think, more for the pandas, so we don't have, like, you know, multiple of the same kind of exhibit idea going on. And again, we also did that for the snow leopards. So it's kind of like, you know, we could repeat the same thing over and over, or we could do something different. And I like this idea of having multiple big carnivore type creatures put together like this in a line. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, you guys can let me know what you guys think of that in the comments down below. Anyway, I'm building up the big rock wall at the back here. I decided to put in a waterfall to add a bit more interest and depth to the exhibit, because I thought that would look a bit cooler. And we haven't put a waterfall in an exhibit for a little while, so you know what? I thought it was a fun idea. I thought it was fun, worthwhile. But yeah. It's kind of funny sometimes recording these voiceovers, because usually I record these right after I finish doing all like the time-lapse stuff and getting it done, obviously, because I need the time-lapse people to I need to know how long the time-lapse is going to be in order to do the voiceover. But man, sometimes my brain's just kind of like, what even happened here? Like, what even was this build? I don't even remember, really. But again, stylistically, it's very similar to last episode's build, in terms of how we kind of built it up, because, you know, it's in next episode, if we do the other tiger, it'll probably be very similar. We'll kind of this same kind of build. I'm gonna make the next tiger exhibit a bit bigger, though. I didn't realize I made this one a bit too small, I think. I think I should have widened it out a bit more, but overall I think it's fine, because I think I only put two tigers in here, so it kind of works out all right. You'll see that when I do the exhibit showcase at the end. But yeah, I think it's an overall decent exhibit. It's small. Maybe we should. I mean, I guess if we ever wanted to, we could always replace one of these and have that be the snow leopard exhibit, and replace the snow leopards with the one of the tigers. I mean, that's always something we could do. Not sure I want to do that, but you know, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. You never know. But yeah, I did a little bit of, well, I did actually a lot of terraforming with this one, kind of like trying to create an interesting slope. And I think it's kind of weird looking overall, because it changes shape a ton, which is somewhat realistic, I guess, but at the same time, I do think it looks kind of funny with how it's sloped, but I don't know. Also looks kind of good. So, you know, best of both worlds, weird and good looking, kind of like me. Well, aside from the good looking. But anyway. we're just kind of filling in the last of this terraforming, getting the fence thrown up, and yeah, after that it just pretty much goes to decorating plants and stuff like that, because, you know, what's an exhibit without some good colorful plants in it, you know, to really bring it to life and whatnot, because it's kind of boring if you don't have any like flowers or anything in your exhibits. I mean, where's the color? Where's the interest? Where's the little splashes of fun? I don't know what I'm really saying here. Stuff. I sound like an artist, don't I? Definitely do. I did decide with this one, and I think I'm gonna go back and do this in a lot of exhibits, because in reality I really think I should be doing this more, is throwing in different block textures and block types to kind of make the ground look a bit more interesting. I think I should have thrown some gravel in here as well. And I need to do this with the black bear exhibit and probably the snow leopard exhibit as well, just kind of diversify the ground cover a bit. But yeah, overall, I did finally return to adding in the horse tails, I think, or cat tails or whatever they're called, the reeds. I finally brought the reeds back, which I think was good because I really like how they look. And even though we've put them in just about every single exhibit, you know, I can't get enough of them. They're just a good plant. One of those universal plants I can use in pretty much every single build, which is something I like. I like blocks and plants I can use in any sort of build, because why wouldn't you? You know, that's something good. That's something that's useful and practical and awesome. But yeah, I don't think I have much else to say, so I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the time lapse, and I'll catch back up with you guys when we review the exhibit. All right, everybody, and here is the final tiger exhibit. Overall, looking pretty good, I think. Looking pretty good. We only have 2 tigers in here because, as I'm sure I'll talk about in the time lapse, I didn't realize till I kind of finished the exhibit, but it's small compared to the black bear exhibit we made last episode, which I'm realizing now. I mean, it is a bit wider, but that also comes from the fact there's just a lot more space back there for the bears I didn't really have with the tigers. So in my own time, I might actually expand the exhibit up to about here, give them a bit more space, a bit more room to live in, but I probably won't increase it to be more than 2 tigers. I think 2 is enough. But I really like this exhibit. I think I did a pretty good job with this. I think it's definitely got some things I need to throw in here, namely the different terrain blocks to kind of make this look more interesting. Also, the cherry blossom trees. I gotta throw this in pretty much every exhibit now, I think. Or not every exhibit now, but like every Himalayan exhibit we do, because I think it just really, this with the bamboo just really, really speaks to me, really makes my creativity go, yes. That and the flowers and all this, I think, and the little snow drifts, I love that as well. I think like the, what's it, like the seasonal thing we've gone for, which is probably like super early spring. I don't know, I just love how this looks. I think it's really cool. I think it's gonna be cool to have the whole Himalayan area like decorated like this and stuff like that. I think it's gonna be absolutely amazing. Very much worthwhile. Yeah, but anyway, so we are using these as our Bengal tigers, even though I think if I look up tiger here, Bengal tiger from ZAWA, which I think if I can quickly just get a net as well. Yep, there we go. This is the official Bengal tiger from ZAWA, but it's a bit bigger than the, I believe it's bigger. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely a lot bigger than the Mo Creatures tiger. So I've decided to use this one as a Siberian tiger instead, or the ZAWA one will be our Siberian tiger, which is gonna be going over here, connected up to our Bengal tigers and black bears, or Asiatic black bears, I guess. But yeah, I really like this. I'm really happy with how everything's turned out. I think it's looking really cool. Very happy with everything here. I like the waterfall because we haven't done one of those in a while, and I think it's kind of cool to have one in here. Yeah, I really like this overall. I'm very excited to work on more of this Himalayan area, as well as some of the other parts of the zoo. Speaking of which, let me know what animal you guys, if you guys want to see more Himalayan episodes in the near future, or do you want me to go on and work on another part of the zoo? Because if we work here next episode, I think it will be the Siberian tiger we do next. And then after that, I'm not entirely sure. We could do the gharial, we could do the Indian elephant, we could do the panda, we could do all sorts of cool animals. I guess it'll kind of just depend what I kind of feel like building and what you guys really want to see. But yeah, overall, I think this is going to be really cool though. Just, if I can show it off real quick, just having this line of exhibits here. Like, we have our black bears, we'll have the Bengal tiger, we'll have the Siberian tiger. Like, I don't know, I just love this idea of like this line of exhibits. I think it's gonna look really cool when it's finished. And then we'll put something probably over here. Maybe the pandas or the elephants can go here because there's a lot of space here. Oh, we don't have an Indian rhinoceros, do we? Let me see. Gharial, elephant, Indian mud moray eel. No, we don't have an Indian rhinoceros. Ah, that's a shame, because that could have gone in there as well. That would be really cool. But we've got lots of space here to put lots of cool animals, and I'm very excited to see how this is gonna look. Yeah, also make sure to let me know any ideas you have for how we should do exhibits. I've got some ideas for some on how I kind of want to make them. I'm thinking some sort of indoor temple type thing for the gharials of all things, actually, because, well, we're in a Himalayan type area, so, you know, it probably makes sense to have them indoors since they're reptiles. Also, I'm looking at this now, and this could actually be made into a fantastic elephant exhibit over here, because we could do something like the Diplodocus and the Dino series, where we kind of just like build the walkway along here. I feel like it would have to be raised up a bit. I don't know, maybe, but we could do something really cool over here, I think. Definitely. But anyway, I think that's all I've got for today, so thank you all for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed. Make sure to leave any animals you want to see in the future, as well as buildings we should do, in the comments down below. And until next time, guys, see ya.